What's going on, people? It's your boy BSG. Hope that you can hear me. I'm outside right now, chilling. I tried to do this as a live on IG. Follow me at BSG3D or just look up BSG the Millionaire Maker on IG. But I know how technology is. Sometimes I can't get it to work. I don't know. It's where I'm at. It's like Wi-Fi kind of spotty, and then the camera was like going in and out of focus and stuff. So I'm like, let me just do it where I can see what's going on. If you see me touching, moving my hand and stuff, it's because I'm trying to stay in focus and all of that. So, but I just wanted to come on here real quick. I know I haven't been doing a lot on YouTube. That's because all of my attention now is on my group. You know, I've I've been on YouTube for years, giving people free game, and everybody is different. But for me, you know, that free game only takes you so far, and then people don't really honestly appreciate it. Just keeping it real, like I've gotten so many people out of scams and stuff like that. I tried to tell everybody about Big Connect. That was a scam. People trashed on me for that. I told people about iMarkets Live being a scam. I was the first one on YouTube to do that. And so, people came at me for that. But then what do you see happen? You see lawsuits against the company. Nobody's making it. All the people that said, "Hey, I'm about to turn this $20 into $1 million." Where they at? Where they at? All these people. Oh yeah, I'm about to. It's gonna take me 3 months to turn $20 into six figures. No, it's not. Oh, they got traders for us. No, they got robot traders. No, they don't. So I did that, man, for years. But now, with my crypto group, it's like a family. First of all, you can't even get in it right now. You know, um, my the way my course is set up where anybody can take the course and you'll know exactly what you need to do from the course. It's only the people who are like the most serious students who really want to try to make it happen, and pay for my mastermind group, which a lot of people either say they can't afford it or don't want to pay it or whatever. That's fine. We're making millionaires. We're making money. So it's so funny to me, so interesting to me, how many people are willing to go into debt to do things. You're willing to go into debt for a college degree when you are not promised a job. In fact, over 2/3 of people who have a college degree who are working at their job, either the job is not in a degree that they studied in. So they have all this debt, and the field that they're working in is not their field of study. But people are willing to go into debt for that, but yet, a few hundred or a few $1,000s only for lifetime access to, the most successful crypto group in the last, 9, 10 months. That's expensive. So, okay. I mean, I don't, I tell people all the time. I don't need the money, guys. It's for you to learn. I'm really just trying to help people. I have shut the group down a couple of times just to focus on my family or whatever. Um, and then I had to get some people out of there because they were being disingenuous, doing stuff behind my back. So, I don't have to have it, So if you're wondering where I've been, that's where I've been in terms of why are you not seeing a lot of YouTube, da 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 da. But I got some time today. Um, I'm just chilling. So I'm like, let me come on here and just try to help people, which is what I try to do all the time. And so I want to talk about stocks. And specifically, I want to talk about the FIRE movement and the Dave Ramsey movement and all that. So I just want to say off the bat, just get right to it. We got too many young people following Dave Ramsey and doing what Dave Ramsey says. Because real talk, Dave Ramsey does not make money from, stocks, honestly. Dave Ramsey makes money from telling people what to do. That's where, he makes money from his business. And, that's where, see, I'm adjusting here. That's where, that's where he makes his money, flat out. You know what I'm saying? So, why are you following a guy, who didn't have the same issues that you have, didn't come from the same background that you did, and so on and so forth. And so, I don't know how old Dave Ramsey is, but when he came up in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, even 90s, even 2000s, early 2000s, there was a lot of opportunity in stocks. Okay, even when I started investing in stocks, there was opportunity. I saw Apple at $1 and Amazon cheap, and I was short selling Netflix when Netflix was $7. Short selling. Obviously, that was a mistake, but I made money doing it. But I was short selling Netflix because Netflix was still selling DVDs. So I didn't know about the whole digital thing and all of that. Nobody knew. Only the Carl Icahn knew, because he was privy to knowledge that I didn't have, which is also part of the problem. So I just want to get right to it. So what am I saying? It's too many people invested in stocks. A lot of stocks are silly. Most of these stocks don't make any money. And so you're investing, billions of dollars collectively, and they're getting these ridiculous valuations, but they don't make any money. For example, I'm going to give you two of them. WeWork. WeWork was hemorrhaging money so bad they couldn't even make it to their IPO. Couldn't even make it there, but they already had a $17 billion valuation, wasn't making a dime. Had to get a bailout before they even made their IPO. Okay, that's like one gross example. I just read today that Robinhood is about to go public. Robinhood loses about $500 million a quarter. So they're losing $2 billion a year, but yet somehow, magically, they're going to get a $35 billion valuation. Tell me where that makes it. You're losing $2 billion a year, but you're going to get a $35 billion valuation. Makes no sense. Okay? And so that's why you're seeing stocks start to come down, and it's going to continue to go down, because a lot of these companies, Apple included, Facebook included, they're overbloated. Tesla doesn't make any money. You know what I'm saying? Then what's crazy is the companies that make actual money, the stock doesn't go up. You know who makes money? Well, they were last time I looked. I haven't looked in, maybe a year. But, last time I looked, Ford Motor Company was making money. Look at Ford Motor Company's valuation versus Tesla's valuation. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. If you buying stocks, is supposed to be a piece of the company. Right? It's supposed to be a piece of the profit, right? So you're supposed to own a piece of the actual company, and if the company makes a profit, then you're supposed to make a piece of that profit. All right, well, so first of all, even the companies that are making money, for every dollar, you're paying, in some cases, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 times multiple of their earnings. So that means if Netflix makes $1, you're paying $500 for every dollar that Netflix is making. Tell me where that makes sense. $500 for every dollar that Netflix is making. And I can just go down the list. Okay? So now let's let's just skip right to it. Not only does it not make sense, but if you are not a millionaire or billionaire, the profitability doesn't make sense. Okay? Stocks are for millionaires and billionaires. Right? So what does Dave Ramsey say? Oh, yeah, just get 7%. All right, 7%. If you got $10 million, then 7% of that is 700,000. Yeah, that's good if you can bring in 700,000 a year. You don't want to be too risky with it. That's great. If you got $1 billion, 7% is what, 7 million? Okay, that's awesome. But if you got $10,000, 7% of that is $700. So even if you compound that, you're not going to have that much even in 10 years, not relative to inflation, not relative to buying a house, starting a business, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's what all the FIRE people will tell you. Oh, we just worked hard for 30 years, 25 years, and now we're financially free. You know what I'm saying? But we're still, putting our money in these ETFs and things which are not backed by anything. And, it's just crazy. All right. So, now watch this. When I started in crypto, I didn't have any money, man. I didn't have any money. So, I started with $1,500. $1,500. And that's what I put in Bitcoin. But I bought Bitcoin at $1,000. Okay? Then I went from Bitcoin to other stuff. And now, I am a multi-millionaire. And this is all within the past 8 years. From 1,500, not from 100,000, not from a million, from 1,500 to now. Every day is 5 figures. Some days 6 figures. Every single day. I'm not trading. Like, oh, crypto is risky. I don't trade. With my group, we don't trade. We're not trying to find tops and bottoms, and that stuff doesn't work. We're just being patient. Our latest investment, total fluke, y'all. Like, I'm be real with y'all. Total fluke. I looked up the company, researched it, looked pretty good, saw some backers, recognized some of the backers, looked at the website. Website was looking pretty good. And so, we invested in this company at 4 cents. And 2 weeks later, it was $2.90. I'm gonna say that again. 4 cents to $2.90. Now, we were all celebrating, going crazy. I didn't cash out at $2.90. I should have. It came down a little bit, came back down to like $1 something, $1.50 something, whatever. So I lost a bit. But I mean, come on. So I cashed out there. It fell down some more, bought some more, went back up, cashed out there. And the whole time it was paying me interest. Like, if I told you the interest that it was paying me, y'all wouldn't believe me. You know what I'm saying? Like and I didn't, this was a total flow. I didn't put a lot of money in this, but like a $10,000 investment. Someday, over this 2 weeks where it's accumulating, some days I'm making $2,000-$3,000 a day from holding this $10,000 and then watching it go up. So we're getting paid interest along the way, plus as tell me what stock does that? Okay, now that was a kind of a one-off, but we've had several 100X's, 50X's, 20X's, several this is all within the past 10 months. This is not in the past 8 years. In the past 8 years, I've had 300X's, 200X's, 100X's. You know, except what stock does that? So y'all out there talking about fire and all, okay, I mean, if you're starting off with six figure, whatever, but even still, it doesn't compare to what crypto was doing because crypto was innovating. Investing in crypto now is like buying stocks in the 1960s and 70s. Okay, why y'all think Warren Buffett got money? You could have literally threw a dart at the newspaper in the 60s and 70s, and if you had bought 5 companies, 3 of them would have worked. And by worked, I mean returning a significant amount. You can't do that now. These companies aren't making money. They're inflated. Right? So, you need to get off that fire. We don't even get excited about 7%. We have 7% savings accounts with what we're doing. Like if you just want to not be risky or whatever, 7% savings account, 8% savings account with crypto. So, and then just personally, most of the hedge fund dudes and the CEOs and all that, they're assholes, man. I know everybody doesn't care about that. Everybody not woke and all that. Coming from being a black person, those companies don't invest in the black community. What has Tesla done for the black community? What has a lot of these companies done for the black, any of these ETFs and whatever? Kathy Wood and ARK Invest, what have they done for the black community? But yet, even Warren Buffett, what has Warren Buffett done for the black community? But yet you got all these black people saying, I want to be like Warren Buffett. No. Okay, Warren Buffett hasn't done anything for us. So why are you consistently giving your money to people that ain't doing nothing for you? Okay, well, what are these crypto people doing for black people? Well, most of them, not much, but these aren't companies. These are things that you own. These are your own businesses. So let me give you an idea. Instead of buying stock in Berkshire Hathaway, you know what I'm saying? You can actually own an actual piece of Berkshire Hathaway. So if I own an actual piece of Berkshire Hathaway, do I care as much what Warren Buffett doesn't do for my community? No, I can take the piece that I own and do what I want to do with it. But with these valuations, with stocks, it's hard for you to own a piece. You can't own 1% of the company, even 0.5%. But me, the position that I'm in, starting with $1,500, I can buy 1% of a company. And I have. And they don't even know me. They don't know that I own 1% of their whole company. In some cases. Okay? So that's what I'm talking. That's what it means to be decentralized. You can't be racist and all of that stuff, sexist, all of that, when you can't see who owns the company. You can't oust them when you can't tell who owns the company. Right? That's the difference. So that's why we get to come in at the ground floor. Trust me, if I showed my face and I had to do like venture capitalists and go to meetings and stuff, I'm sure there would be some people who wouldn't give me the opportunity just because of my fat face. Simple as that. This way, they don't see my face. They don't know BSG, but I'm there. Trust me, and I have an impact. And I can move the prices, and when these companies don't do what I want them to do, I can crash their price. And I've done that. In one company in particular, I invested a bunch. They kept saying they was going to do stuff, lying. I'm like, yo, y'all need to do what y'all say y'all going to do within the next such and such, or it's going to be a problem. Oh, well, who are you? Whatever, this is in the group or whatever. Who are you? I'm saying, okay. So once I figured out that, they were just lying, that they weren't going to do nothing, I sold all my shares. I told my whole group to sell all their shares. We crashed the price of that crypto, and now they don't even exist anymore. Okay? Now, we didn't want to do that. We didn't do that on purpose. We thought it was a legit thing. But that's what I'm saying. You get to be involved. You get to be an active participant. And so now, before I invest in these companies, I get to talk to the developers sometimes. Hey, man, what y'all doing? What is this gonna be? And they tell me da da da. And I'm not telling them, oh, I got a bunch of shit. They just telling because they don't know who you are, so they got to treat everybody the same. So if I like what I hear, whatever, then I'd share that with the group. I'm like, all right, y'all, this is what we're gonna do. You can't do that with Tesla. Can't do that with Micro. You can't. You a minnow. Even if you got $10 million worth of shares, they still not gonna listen to you. That's the difference. So you need to stop listening to people like Dave Ramsey who mean well and all of that, but they just only know what they know. That's all. They only know what has helped them. But what they used to do doesn't work anymore. You got to change the game as a millennial and do what's going to exponentially, change your life and your investments so you can stack up, versus they're just trying to protect their money. It's a totally different game. All right, so that's my rant. Why you shouldn't honestly invest in stocks. Even if you don't join our group or you don't take my course, which is, very affordable, whatever, just learn more about crypto. Educate yourself. You don't have to do it through me, but educate yourself. Don't fall victim to the people telling you, oh, you can make a bunch of money in a couple of weeks. Don't buy the stupid coins and stuff like that. But that's why I have a course, because how do you know the difference? There's over 10,000 cryptos. So, I guide people and help them make good decisions. So either way, you need to be involved in this space. That's the bottom line. I just want you in the space, and I want what it's going to do for yourself and your family. That's the bottom line. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.